Hi guys, it's Josie again. I'm cooking up my breakfast and some leftovers so that I can have something else to eat at a later time. So this morning I'm actually cooking up some tofu and I'm going to make myself a miso soup once this is done. So what I've done is I've prepared one packet of tofu from Costco. I buy it in bulk. So this is the whole packet. I added in some sesame oil, some soy sauce, and just a touch of hoisin sauce for flavor. I don't want the sugar, so not too much of that. And I'm frying that up in a non-stick pan, so it's sizzling. Right? So that's all done, pretty much. So now I'm going to go get my pot, and with this pot, I'm going to make a soup. Now don't look at the mess because I got to clean up the kitchen counter. It's full of plants that have died and stuff. So that's going to be done after this. So I'm going to take some of this tofu and I'm going to stick it in the pot. And I'm going to add some wakame, which is cut dried seaweed. That's great for iodine. And I do have a thyroid problem, so yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to make a small enough bowl of soup. I don't want a big bowl. I just want a little bit. So now I'm going to put that to boil. And it's early in the morning there, so it's, it's about 8 o'clock or so. Not even. So that's my cut wakame. I buy it online from Amazon. And I'm going to just add a pinch of that in. Like, really not much. It's just for a little bit of flavoring and the iodine, basically. So I'm not crazy about the taste of it either, but I do eat it anyway. Seaweed is seaweed, right? So it's almost the same thing that you would use to make your sushi or something like that, but it's dried in, it's a different kind of weed. So So this is going to get to a boil. So those tofu are already fried. They've already got flavor, so that's going to add that flavor to the water. And once that has boiled for a few minutes, I'm going to add I'm looking for my words this morning. I don't know why. Anyway, so I'm going to put these tofu away into a dish and let it cool off a bit. And then I'm going to shut the cover and put it in the fridge. And I'm going to cook myself up an egg. It's not going to take very long. In the same frying pan. I mean, why dirty more dishes? So I'm just going to use up the same frying pan and cook those eggs in there. Well, one egg. I'm not doing 10. I'm not doing 2. I'm just going to do 1. It's just to go with my breakfast. So, same utensil as I used for frying up the tofu. And it's just cooked quickly. It's not going to take long to cook. The pan was already hot anyway, so just make sure it's cooked through. I could have made this in a square pan and turned it into a rolled omelet or like the Japanese do, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to roll it like that. And there we go. So I'm going to put that away at the top there just temporarily, just to get it out of my way so I don't knock them down. So removing the soup, now I'm going to go get my miso. So the tablespoon's already prepared, so just like a full tablespoon, it was pretty salty, so for this amount of water you might want to use a little bit less. So basically what I do is I grab a fork and I scrape off the miso little by little, but you don't want it in soup or boiling, okay? Because it's just going to kill off the fermentation from the miso. So take your time, do this slow, let the water cool off a bit. so that it makes a nice, the broth is supposed to have movement in it. So that means the miso is working. It's still alive. So this is a live food, right? And it's good for your gut bacteria. It's really good for your gut bacteria. So basically now I've got enough to make some for 4 days, okay? If I want to make a soup every morning. But I'm not going to be doing that because I can't eat this every morning. It's just not customary for us to eat that kind of food. And I'm just not, I don't know. I'd rather just have an egg and some sausage or something. So, and this is a low carb breakfast, okay? Because my blood sugar, I have to control it. And, you know, if I ate too many carbs yesterday, today I'm not going to have a ton of carbs. So this is how I control my blood sugar. Yesterday I had cannelloni, and I might have to eat cannelloni again for lunch because I do have some left over with some salad. So that might just be my lunch, but it's only going to be 2 pieces of cannelloni for lunch if I'm hungry. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. So here I'm distributing the miso slowly, very slowly. And I'm stirring it into the pot. And sorry for the camera movement, but I was trying to hold my camera with my left hand while I was doing this with my right. So please be patient with me. I'm not a good camera person. I suppose I could tie my phone to my forehead, but no, that won't work. Anyway. Yeah, so there you go. That's pretty much it. And I'm stringing together a couple of little videos here, so it's not all going to be all at once, right? Now, I don't know how to speed these things up, so I'm working on it. See, even just doing a voiceover like I'm doing today, that's brand new to me. I'm using iMovie. So I don't know if there's better products out there or whatever, but you got to learn how to use them too, so that's a whole other ball game. This is not something I'm used to doing. So I guess I'm tasting it there, just to make sure it's not too salty. If it is, I'll just add cold water. See, now you notice how that's moving around, that broth, right? And it's all thickened. So that's what happens to miso when it's in your bowl there. It's supposed to be moving a little bit. So anyway, thanks for watching.